Have you ever wondered why some men seem completely free while others live chained to social expectations? At Official Sigma Male, we're about to reveal the 7 concerns that keep most people trapped in an endless cycle of mediocrity and emotional dependence. What you'll discover in this video could radically change your perspective on personal freedom and true success. While society promotes the incessant pursuit of external validation and conformity, there exists a select group of men who have learned to live on their own terms. This isn't a simple list of tips, it's a manifesto of mental freedom that few dare to share. If you're tired of living according to others' expectations and ready to take control of your destiny, this content is for you. External validation. In a world where social media dominates our lives, most people live pending on likes, comments, and constant approval from strangers. It's an endless battle for external validation, as if personal worth depended on others' opinions. This behavior has become so common that many aren't even aware of their emotional dependence. Modern society has created a generation of individuals who measure their self-esteem through digital metrics and superficial opinions. We observe how people modify their behavior, way of dressing, and even their fundamental values just to fit into standards others have established. This incessant pursuit of approval consumes valuable time and energy that could be invested in personal growth. The average man spends hours adjusting his posts, choosing perfect filters, and calculating the best time to share content. Meanwhile, true personal development, meaningful goals, and life purpose take a back seat, sacrificed at the altar of social validation. It's a cycle that keeps many trapped in a constant search for external affirmation, opinions, and criticism. Most people live obsessed with what others think of them, wasting mental energy on unproductive worries about external criticism and judgments. This mindset keeps them in a constant state of anxiety, always trying to anticipate and prevent any negative comments that might arise about their actions or decisions. It's fascinating to observe how common people modify their behaviors and decisions based on rumors or what others might say. From changing personal plans to abandoning dreams, all due to the fear of facing social disapproval. This behavior pattern has become so normalized that many consider it a natural part of life. Social media has amplified this phenomenon, creating a scenario where every action is subject to public scrutiny. Common people live pending on comments on their posts, reactions to their stories, and any kind of feedback they receive, positive or negative. Meanwhile, valuable opportunities for personal growth fade into the horizon. Social status. In today's society, there's a widespread obsession with achieving certain social status, manifested in the constant display of superficial achievements and material possessions. Common people invest exorbitant amounts of money in luxury items they can't afford, just to maintain an image that impresses others. This behavior is reflected in the compulsive need to share every successful moment on social media, from dinners at expensive restaurants to vacations at exclusive destinations. Common people live in debt, working jobs they hate, just to maintain a facade of prosperity that satisfies social expectations. The irony lies in that while desperately pursuing this social status, they sacrifice their financial freedom and peace of mind. They've become slaves to appearances, spending more time worrying about how they're perceived than building true wealth or developing valuable skills. Superficial relationships. Modern society is plagued with empty connections and friendships of convenience, where most people accumulate contacts as if they were trophies. It has become common to maintain extensive but superficial social circles, where interactions lack depth and real authenticity. Social media has exacerbated this phenomenon, creating the illusion of meaningful connections through generic likes and comments. Common people boast about having hundreds or thousands of friends online, while in real life they barely maintain genuine conversations with a handful of people. This superficial approach to relationships has created a generation of individuals who fear loneliness but are incapable of forming true bonds. They prefer to maintain superficial relationships that provide immediate social benefits, rather than investing time in building meaningful and lasting connections. Trends and fashion. Most people live enslaved by the latest trends, constantly modifying their lifestyle to fit into society's changing standards. Like social puppets, they jump from one trend to another, spending valuable resources following what others consider cool or acceptable. This herd mentality manifests in all aspects of life, from the clothes they wear to the opinions they express. Common people adopt political stances, musical preferences, and even personal beliefs based solely on what's trendy at the moment, without developing their own critical thinking. The most concerning aspect is how these people allow trends to dictate their important life decisions. From choosing professional careers to establishing personal goals, everything is influenced by what society considers successful or desirable at a given time, without considering their true passions or talents. Entertainment and distractions. In the digital era, most people live submerged in an endless cycle of empty entertainment and constant distractions. They dedicate infinite hours scrolling through social media, streaming series, and viral content, while their goals and ambitions fade into oblivion. This compulsive consumption of content has become a form of escape from reality, a way to avoid facing true responsibilities and life challenges. Common people prefer to spend hours watching others' lives through screens instead of building their own success story. The irony is that the more time they dedicate to passive entertainment, the emptier and more purposeless their lives feel. They've become spectators of life instead of protagonists, consuming others' stories instead of creating their own. Conformism and comfort zone. Most people have fallen into the trap of conformism, accepting a mediocre life out of fear of challenging the status quo. They've convinced themselves that mediocrity is normal and that aspiring for more is unrealistic or risky. This mindset keeps them trapped in jobs they hate and relationships that don't fulfill them. Conformism has become a silent epidemic, where common people prefer the security of the known rather than venturing into unexplored territory. We observe how they sacrifice their deepest dreams for the comfort of a predictable routine, justifying their lack of action with elaborate excuses. The comfort zone has transformed into an invisible prison, where people exchange their potential for a false sense of security. Meanwhile, years pass by and regrets accumulate, creating a life full of what-ifs instead of stories of triumph and overcoming. Now that you've discovered these 7 concerns that keep most people trapped, you have a crucial decision to make. Will you continue to be one more in the herd, living based on external validation and conformity, or will you dare to take the step towards true mental freedom? At Official Sigma Male, we don't just share information, we forge leaders who dare to think differently. If this content has resonated with you and you're ready to delve deeper into the path of authentic personal development, I invite you to join our community. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to access exclusive content on Sigma mindset, personal development, and financial freedom. Every week, we share practical strategies and knowledge you won't find anywhere else. Don't settle for being just another one. Join the elite of men who are writing their own rules.